What is going on YouTube? Just helping you out here. And for today's video, I am going to be starting up the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G. I'm just going to get right into it. So I'm just going to hold down this power button on the side right here. So here we get a little welcome screen. Right here you can choose your desired language. So I'm going to stick with English. And then here's little hyperlinks for emergency calling and accessibility. So here you can just set up your emergency calling and accessibility. This allows you to adjust color inversion, high contrast keyboard, screen zoom, font size, magnification, all sorts of things to make it easier to set up your device without really having any struggles. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit start. And now it has a few legal items that you have to review: terms and conditions, privacy policy, and sending of diagnostic data. It says that one's optional though, so you don't actually need to check it. And then this final one down here is agreeing that you have read all of the above things. So I'm just going to go ahead and select that and go and move on. One thing you may notice is you do have a few options at the bottom of each of these steps. Most of them you can skip and do later if you would like. You can go back to the previous step, and any steps that have hyperlinks are typically a little troubleshooting page that can help guide you through the step, or if you're having any issues, there may be some information on how to work around those. And if you are in the middle of a step that requires some time, you may be able to pause it or stop it. Now it wants me to add my Wi-Fi network, so I'm going to do that off camera. So I have now typed in the password, and I'm going to hit connect. And there we go, I am now connected to the Wi-Fi. So now I'm going to hit next. And now it just says the phone is getting ready, and that it may take a few minutes. And we just have a little loading wheel here. That was pretty fast, and now this asks you if you would like to copy your apps and data. And then just below that it says you can choose to transfer your apps, photos, contacts, Google account, and more. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And now it says I need my old device, and I need that in order to do the smart switch. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my other device. Okay, so I have now grabbed my Samsung Galaxy S8, which is my old device, and now I'm going to hit next. Now it asks me what my old device is. It is a Galaxy, so I'm going to hit this Galaxy area right here. It asks me if I want to agree to the terms and conditions, permissions, and privacy notice. I will hit agree. And now it gives you an option to connect wirelessly or via a cable. And personally, I'm going to choose a cable because that will be a more reliable transfer and likely to be less susceptible to any potential issues. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit cable. So now it tells me to get connected, and on this screen it shows connecting two devices via a cable that has USB-C on both ends, and that particular cable came with the phone. So I'm going to do that since the Galaxy S8 is also a USB-C device. But if you scroll over, you can also use a USB connector and cable to connect to the devices. So if you don't have a cable that can connect your new device and your old device, you can use an adapter, and that should also work. And then down here it has a little thing for if you can't connect, but I haven't tried it yet, so I'm just going to give that a try first, and then we will see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in one end to my old phone, and then the other end to the new phone. So what's interesting is this device is actually charging this device now. You can tell by that red light. But now on the new phone, it says to check your old phone to start the data transfer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock this one. And now if we look on the old phone, it says allow access to your data. The connected device will be able to access files on this phone via an MTP connection. So I'm going to allow that. And now the old device says it's connected to the Galaxy S21 5G, and the new one says that it is searching for data to transfer and that it is scanning my media files. Okay, now that step has completed, and on the new phone it asks you to select what data you want to transfer. So here we have calls and contacts, messages, apps, settings, home screen, images, videos, audio, documents, and files. So essentially everything that was on your old phone. And so now what you can do is you can uncheck these boxes depending on which ones you actually want to transfer, or you can just select this one up here that'll do everything in this list, and then it tells you a rough estimate of how long it'll take. So mine should take about 16 minutes to complete, so I'm just going to go ahead and do everything. And then down here there's a little link to a document that tells you what data files you cannot transfer. So I'm going to go ahead and hit transfer now. And now the old phone says transferring data to your new phone, and this one says transferring data from your old phone. And now as you can see, this screen just went yellow because I happen to use a blue light filter on my phone at all times, so that setting just kicked in right away. And now this asks me to sign into my Google account, so I'm just going to do that really quick. So now it asks you a variety of settings that you would like allowed or not allowed for your Google account. And so I have everything checked that I want, so I'm going to go ahead and hit accept. And now it asks you how you would like to protect your phone to prevent others from getting in without any permission. So you can do face recognition, fingerprints, pattern, PIN, and password. So face recognition and fingerprints are obviously going to be the most secure since those are very unique to you. And then password you can make as long as you want. PINs are usually roughly 4 to 6 numbers, and then a pattern, you would have a series of 9 dots and you can connect them any which way you want to form your pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and do fingerprint, and when you do that it says it's a quick and easy way to unlock your phone and verify yourself in apps. It's secured by Knox. The other thing that you need to be aware of is this device uses ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, so it measures your fingerprint through the screen. So if you're using a screen protector, you have to make sure that it can still work through that screen protector. So I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. And now, before you can register your fingerprint, it makes you put in another kind of password, and then it tells you here, pattern and PIN are both medium security, and password is high security. And you have to do this because if for some reason your fingerprint sensor decides to fail, you need another method to be able to get into your phone. So I'm going to go ahead and do a pattern. So here you have the series of 9 dots, and then you can draw whatever you want on these 9 dots. So I'm just going to do that quickly off camera. It makes you draw it again to confirm, and now it tells you to start scanning with the center of your fingertip. Press your finger on the sensor and lift off when you feel the vibration. So I'm going to go ahead and just push down on here. And it gives you a percentage of how far you are, and you just make sure to adjust your finger position slightly each time. So that fingerprint is now added. I can add another one if I want to use my index finger or just another finger in general. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And now this asks you if you want to set up your Google Assistant so you can use voice commands. I'm not going to worry about that right now, I can just do it later. And now again we have that getting your phone ready. And now we have another screen to log into your Samsung account. And again, I'm just going to do that off camera really quick. Now this asks you to verify your phone number to make sure it's really you. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my number. The code will pop up on my old device, and then I'm going to enter it in here off camera. Okay, so now after I verified my phone number, it says you're all set up. And now if I just hit finish, you should be good to go and your phone will be all set up. One thing that you should be aware of is once you get to this screen, your data transfer might not be done yet, so you want to leave the phones connected until you get some sort of notification or pop-up that tells you the data transfer from your old device to your new device is complete and that you can disconnect the devices. Alright, so that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like, leave a comment if you have any questions or an idea for a future video, and lastly, please don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about my channel so I can grow and help more of you guys out. I'm just helping you out. See you in the next video.